Hey, Nick.
Hey, Chase.
It's that time again.
What time is it?
Time for
Fuck This Place!
We did it. Podcast over.
Bye, guys. Thanks. Oh, me and my housemates were just watching YouTube clips of like unfortunate Zoom calls where people don't know that their cameras are off.
Jesus, what a nightmare.
Yeah. It's a sad one of a woman just pooping on camera. And everyone's trying to save her so bad. It's like, no.
Yeah.
But no one turns off their camera,
Well,
right?
here's
No.
the thing that upsets me very much about all of those clips. I mean, obviously they're great, and thank God that they exist. But for the every single one of those meetings, somebody is a host, right?
Yeah.
Every Zoom meeting, someone's the host, right? And maybe it's the pooper that's the host. And in which case, you're
Yeah.
But every other time, again, you had 9 people in a meeting. What's the chances that like the host can turn people's video off? I can turn anyone's video or sound off in this meeting right now if I so choose. And every episode I don't. And you know, that's just my kindness.
A little bit of God. A little bit of God in there.
Yeah, or you just think like you see someone like on the toilet, like everyone just should at least be like, and our meeting's done.
Yeah,
like that's
just
you know.
Again, that's another host responsibility.
Right. Yeah. It's either like, yeah, we're done here, or you give them like a ooh, like you do something, but don't just sit there and watch like a deer in headlights. Come on, get out or support.
Well, and someone like keeps trying to like, it's always someone who thinks they can just keep the meeting going. Like they just continue like reading the agenda. Like, on page 7,
Let's
we're
just
gonna.
press on. We have nothing better to look at. Than
It's like, yeah. So there's someone dumping in the background, and I know you know because you're sweating. All right.
Right.
And you're reading a lot faster.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I should introduce the podcast. Welcome to Fuck This Place, a podcast about jobs with Chase and Nick. My name is Chase.
My name is Nick, and with us today, our guest is the Tony-nominated actor for the Broadway production of Slave Play. You've seen her on CBS's The Good Fight and Elementary, but she's here with us today, Miss Chalia La Tour.
Hey, thanks so much for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Of course.
I mean, again, we've accomplished everything just by getting you in the room. So from here on out, it's just, we're just sailing at this point. Chalia, where are you right now? And I don't necessarily mean like you do look like you're sort of in heaven with like the symmetrical lofted situation, but where in the country are you right now?
I'm in LA right now.
Oh, you're in LA. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Hanging out in LA. What is it? Silver Lake.
That explains the good vibes.
Oh yeah, just real chill.
I mean, cases are skyrocketing for sure. But
so maybe the chill vibes are what we need. Like it would be cool to like see one person actually worried that they're in a pandemic in LA. They all kind of seem to be okay with it.
It would be cool to see one person worried. Yeah.
Yeah,
especially one person in charge.
We killed jobs. And we're going to kill this virus eventually with this podcast.
The first segment on every podcast that we typically play is a segment called "Fuck This Place?" ? But today we're doing something slightly different. This is a Friends of the Pod exclusive, and this segment is similar. We're going to be delving into some Craigslist stuff, but this segment is called "Dumb or Murderer." We are going to look at 3 Craigslist posts, not from any specific area. These are posts that Nick and I have found accidentally and purposefully
in our travels
over the weeks. And we will decide if the person who's posting is dumb or they plan on murdering the person that they are trying to attract to the ad. We run into a lot of creeps on Craigslist, and most of them we throw away because they're just genuinely disgusting people. But every now and then there's interesting stuff. So we are going to read 3 job titles, and then you're going to pick the one you don't want to look at, and we'll look at the other 2. And again, we will all determine whether we think this person is just dumb or if they plan to murder. Job post number 1 from actually Los Angeles Craigslist. Title is female model for a music video. Somewhat innocuous. It's in LA. Another one from, actually not quite sure. Female models needed for sculpture. not great. And then last one, oh God, sorry. The last one, no judgment here. The last one is attractive female friends with benefits. Big red flag across the board because the word female is in every job title. And as we have identified, actually in our most recent podcast that is not quite out at the time of this recording, if you put female in the title, you're in big trouble. So which one?
Yeah,
would
murder
you not?
high. Yeah.
Murder's very high so far. Which one do not look like the model for the music video, the model for the sculpture, or the friends with benefits? Which one would you not like to look at?
The music video.
Music video? Okay, yeah.
LA
fine.
music video. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's take a look at our first one, which is going to be female models needed for sculpture. And let's set the stage here.
Wow, dude. You know what I love about art.
What do they need a model for?
Yeah, you know what I love about art is there's absolutely no rules.
So we should say
like this counts. This counts.
We should say there's a picture for this ad, and which honestly I would say there's a reason we saved this ad, because typically you run into all kinds of ads that are like we're doing a photo shoot, we're doing whatever, and the artist never provides examples of their work, which to me delegitimizes them immediately. Right. But in this case, there is a picture. And if you're not watching on YouTube, which if you want to, FCK, this place is where you can find us on YouTube. The image, I would honestly just call this an old bar of soap shaped like two people or two ghosts embracing each other. Is that a half decent depiction?
Yeah. I would say
for sure.
I would say half a tooth on a couch cushion.
Yeah, I was going to say the other thing that's super alarming is scale, because when you first see it, you think there's a chance this is big.
Yeah.
But now that we're looking at the background, which for sure is like I had a couch. My parents, you know how couches get downgraded to like basements, like my favorite couch growing up was like the couch in like my dad's office / our basement that had like these crazy stripes on it. And this is like a navy blue with like gold, white, and red stripes. And it looks like it's probably a very comfortable couch, maybe. But it's just all you see is the crease of the cushion and then this sculpture leaned up against the back of the chair. So this is probably like palm-sized sculpture.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. No, it could be bigger. It could be bigger. It could be like the size of like a wrist to elbow. You know what I mean? Like a
it's.
I'm just thinking
like
of like
a
the crease
baby.
of
It's a size, a small baby.
Baby size.
And I just want to be very clear though very clear for our listeners. It's not good. It's not good. It's a crappy sculpture.
Yeah, and I also can't figure out, is this like an end? Like was this the final product? Is this where they're starting at? And they're just like, oh man, I really thought I could carve like a woman, and turns out I can't. Yeah. And they just stopped.
I would say that, again, we are assuming a ton of things about the intentions here, but that's the game. There are two, again, sort of ghost lumps. One I would say is a bit more, obviously someone trying to make that person a little more masculine. There's like a bit of a shoulder reaction, a bit of a box. There is some obvious curves to the figure on the left. Again, they are fused together. Maybe this is as far as this person has gotten. Is like, dang, I need female models to finish the sculpture.
Like what I'm kind of seeing here is it's like, like you said, there's like a more masculine on the right side of the picture, is like a more masculine looking, but it looks like a man reaching around and hugging a woman, or it looks like a man standing next to a woman, but he is inside a giant like Santa stocking.
Like, I see the like foot shape.
Yeah. Like
there is for sure a Santa stocking shape here. Not good.
Well,
I guess we should read the ad text.
Yeah.
The ad text is rather short. And it reads like so: female models needed for sculpting project. That's the post. Now I will say the compensation. I have a little circle. Look at this. I can make circles now. The compensation listed $100 per hour per model with 2 to 3 2-hour sessions required. 2 to 3 2-hour sessions. So let's just say it's 2 2-hour sessions. So that's $200. So theoretically, this is a $400 gig if this is a real gig, and you won't die there. Which seems
well. It's like he could have also just put in the text "see above." It's literally the same sentence as the title.
Well, and also like I'm also really stuck on like where they are. Like I didn't know people were just like in the grapevine.
Well, it's like that movie, The Hills Have Eyes. Like they're just out there.
That's what I was like. Interesting. So you just like you just want to hang out in like no man's land.
He's just like, yeah, there'll be some carvings in the trees. Follow those.
I think when it comes to this grapevine situation, I think this is maybe a Bakersfield thing. Maybe that I just can't remember because I tried to do a screenshot, but I forgot to include the. But isn't grapevine associated with the Bakersfield, thing ish, right?
Well, I think it's between there. It's just like it's just out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's on the way.
Yeah, this guy should have just been like, "Hey, I'm kind of on the run, so I'm not
right.
I'm not putting my exact. I'm never in the exact location twice."
Yeah,
and this was just 9 days ago. Wow.
Well, that's a good 9 days ago from when I took the screenshot.
Yeah. This person, for one
obviously,
reason,
I'm concerned.
Yeah. And also, like, I'm like wondering. I mean, like, this is obviously like two people embracing. Like, so is there a male or masculine model that like you're gonna need to be up in there with? Like,
yeah, and then they have a giant boot that they get into.
That they get, yes,
and then they want you to hold them while they sculpt you.
Yeah, again, there is a boot shape here. That's why I wanted to pull out the old school. This does look very Christmas stocking-y. I mean, you could even have little frills here.
Yeah, exactly. See?
And you are in full-on Christmas stocking mode.
Which might have got him a few more replies, I would imagine. If he
there was a Christmas
holiday like.
I mean, okay, look, there's a possibility this person is dumb. I think.
Yeah.
I for sure. Murder or malintent also possible, but I think given the fact that they're willing to display their art, to me that
like
leans a
dumb.
little bit more towards maybe you're just dumb enough for me to say yes. You think I might say yes to this
because they didn't even know don't post that.
They don't even know don't post your weird stocking.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
They're like, this is gonna make you want to do this job.
And I really do need to stress again. I don't know a lot about minerals or rocks. So if this is one, maybe this is just the material, but the actual coloring is very. When I say old soap, I mean like old left in the couch cushions soap. Like it's got.
How it gets.
It's got a. It's got a scummy patina, shall we say? Like lots of little just like pock marks and like nasty. It's just a nasty looking rock.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to like I don't know, like older relatives' house who like do think that like soap is a decorative thing that they can just leave out, and at least over like years, like one or two people have like tried to use the decorative soap.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks like that. Like it's a little.
Yeah. So there was
just
like
a bit weathered. A bit weathered.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the shape of like a heart or like a rose, and someone just picked it up like twice, used it, and they did that over 60 years, and eventually we get this.
Yeah.
I'm personally leaning more towards murderer. I think murderer because I think this. I mean, they could also just be dumb, like a dumb murderer, but I don't know. Something about this just feels a little too much like just if you go fishing and you just leave your reel out there and you're just like, I'll come back to that later. Like this guy's out murdering other people while this article sits on Craigslist. So you get someone else in.
Yeah, this is like a fun box. This is sort of like this is a rainy day thing.
Yeah, like maybe he'll come back like, ooh, replies. Like it just I just there's just no information. And I do appreciate that there's a picture there, but it's the only one. There's no perspective. I have no idea what, like, for all I know, he broke into this house, saw that on the couch, and then took a picture of it and said it was his. Yeah,
sure.
And also, like $100 an hour, like isn't like a small amount of money to just be like, you know, I'm going to throw out for someone to sit there. Like, that does seem like a little, not like pushy, but like begging
weirdly
someone
legit.
to come out to the, to like, not have any other information there, but be like, I'm going to give you like possibly $200 a day.
The one thing we haven't addressed is just the possibility that there's like a hex or a curse on this object, you know, like it just, again, it just seems like maybe you're a part of building that hex or curse. So maybe you're not going to get murdered, but somebody is. So again,
looking to
this is actually an old relic that they've found and carved into.
Yeah, Indiana Jones situation.
It's just like, have you ever wanted to be an Ankh? Just like
they're like, they told me last time, don't lead with that. Don't leave with the curses.
So I think, when we include the chance for murder when it isn't just you, I think that, you know, again, similar to when we incorporate that theory into Nick's, this is a multitasking killer theory where like other people could get murdered and maybe you're actually not going to get. So I think, you know, maybe we are in a higher chance of murder then if we're incorporating extracurricular activities. I'll say murder.
There is a creepy vibe. There's a creepy vibe. I'm gonna still go with
the lighting
dumb.
is very obvious. You're gonna go with dumb. All right, I respect that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with dumb. It looks like I could possibly see someone really thinking that like this art is so good that someone should just be begging to come see them.
Just like what's the word? Sort of just really sadly sincere. I mean, fuck this place. Someone murdered or dumped here. Okay, post number 2. Is also accompanied by a picture, and this is the main reason we kept this picture because it is a stone cold killer of a picture. The title for post number 2 is "Attractive Female Friends with Benefits," and then the photo is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 roses. Each rose, so not a dozen, not a half dozen, 9 roses.
With that much money, they couldn't get it.
With each rose accompanied by a $100 bill. That's $900.
Oh man!
And an incredible point that, well, you know, if you have $900, maybe you could spring for the full dozen and skip a little bit on the bills. But I understand you're looking for a showstopper. You only have 9 $100 bills, and that's the way you're going to do it. Before we read the ad text, do we think this picture is real? Because I think this picture is real. I think it's a real picture. I don't think it's like a stock picture.
Yeah. I think it's real too. I don't think, like you said, there's not the right amount of flowers for anything, right? And it's also $900 is a lot of money, but it's not 500 and it's not 1,000. It's just, you know, I think he was like, this is all I got right now. This is all I can do right now. The best I got. Take $900 and these roses I stole from my neighbor. Okay, that's it.
And I think those are fake roses. Like they look like
you think they're fake?
Those little fabric bouquets that they like took out of like their grandmother's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right. Yeah. You know.
Do you think he took the money from his grandma too?
Probably.
Man, I hope not. We got another whole situation on our hands here.
I'm trying to get laid over here. All right, give me the flowers, give me your money.
I like to think this is a hard-earned coin. I will say the photo is grainy. That's another reason why I think it's real. And yeah, it's obviously on some sort of cloth or bedspread. And then whatever's going on in the back here, I think you're right. Maybe these are fabric roses.
Yeah.
It's difficult, you know, to say definitively, but that would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it? You know?
Yeah. I also think
cheaper.
Like, you don't have to be a master photographer, but I think you could have taken a better picture of it too. You know, if you were,
I think so too.
Had any kind of common sense at all.
Well, I mean, the money is well flared around those rows.
I will say, the money is not just that the dollars are stuffed in there; they are wrapped sort of like a nice little funnel around each, or a cone around each rose.
He was really thinking he was going to get laid. He's like, as he was doing it, he's like all happy about getting laid.
Yeah, this is the vibe of a person who thinks this is for sure going to work.
Yeah,
and 9.
Like they're Casanova. They're like, I am so fucking romantic.
I certainly think that they think that.
They think that. Yeah.
So okay, so let's read the text here. So so the text reads, "Yep, this is exactly as it sounds. Can't believe I'm about to post this, but here goes nothing.
He didn't even have to write that first part. he could have just had Siri. Those thoughts and did it.
Attractive 40-year-old male seeking a sexy single female for a mutually beneficial relationship.
What's so funny to me, I'm sorry, what's so funny is that it's like,
no, carry on.
Like the mutually beneficial relationship, and he's like, it's not going to be the sex for you that's beneficial. You know, he's like, that's right away. Yeah. He's like, look, I'm showing you money, and that's the part you're going to like.
The rest of it, absolutely.
The rest of it's going to be no fucking weak, man. The rest of this is going to be garbage for you.
It's a very good point. The pitch is money. And it's gonna, and I think that we're gonna see that as the post concludes.
He's like, I'm not cool. I'm not good in bed. I'm not funny. Like nothing about me is gonna be enjoyable.
I'm not even nice.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even, like pleasant enough to watch an episode of Frasier with. Like, that's not what we're gonna be up to. Hiring criteria is simple, he says. To have fun. You're my secret and I'm yours.
Oh God.
Not good.
Christ.
Not good. Steady monthly income equivalent to full-time pay. Again, this person is those $900 roses. If you want to try something different, respond to this ad. You won't regret it. Oh, I thought he was saying if you want to try something different, respond to this ad anyway, and we'll figure something out. Anyway, no, it's not negotiable. It's if you want to try something different, like as in if you want this to be the thing you try differently, respond to that and you won't regret it. Might end up being one of the best relationships you ever have.
I guess.
Yeah. And then compensation, $3,000 to $4,000 per month.
I mean, fuck, that is a lot.
Wait, with contract.
It does say employment type is contract. I certainly hope this isn't a 1099 situation.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of coin.
It's a lot of money. My thing right away is if this person has this much money, wants this to be a secret, as he has said, there's obviously a level of anonymity that needs to be right. So you need to have, I think he has definitely murdered past females for this, right? Like, it's because he's also talking in the way of the best relationship you ever had. There should only have been one or two girls that have ever, right? If this is like a forever kind of like contract thing, but it's like, I think they're dead and he's looking for a new girl now. They broke the contract or whatever. I think this is definitely murder.
Yeah, he's like, this will be your last relationship you ever have.
Yeah, one of the best ones because there will be no more. Yeah. So your data field is going to get pretty narrow.
And also, like, she's got to be sexy. He's attractive.
He says.
Yeah, he does say
right,
that.
exactly. I'm like,
He's like, I'm kind of hot.
Yeah. But I still got to pay somebody $3,000 to.
Yeah. So like an attractive 40-year-old, rich 40-year-old.
Right.
And he's just like, I'm just striking out, guys. I can't get the ball rolling on this. I don't know.
Can't find a steady thing. Has
You're
nothing
my
to
secret,
do.
I'm your secret.
Yeah.
Married?
Yeah. Definitely.
Right?
Gotta be, right?
Or otherwise, I mean, actually, that would be best case scenario. Is it this person is married? Otherwise, there's something else that's going on that like they have to keep secret for other reasons. Like they're like a monk or something. And it's just like, yeah, you're really
rich ass monk.
Rich ass monk.
He's just saved all this money on like
hip here.
Yeah, just saved all this money just wearing those like robes and never buying jeans. Just like, and that's how he's paying for these relationships. I've never bought Levi's in my life.
You guys are buying jeans. What am I doing? Every fall, jeans get bought, back to school stuff. I never buy a single pair, and I just put it in my piggy bank for my eventual Craigslist sweet spot.
Not me. I'm rocking this druid robe forever.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm about to post that.
I'm
trying to figure out like what he was trying to like lean in with that. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to post it.
Yeah, for this opener, can't believe I'm about to post this. Here goes nothing. Do we really think that this is?
I think that and I also think he's trying to play up this like, oh, I can't believe I'm like, it's this serendipitous, like, wow, we're friends and we're gonna kiss. This is crazy, you know, just like 100% manufactured on your end,
right?
You know what'd super suck is if for some reason, you know, like you do jump into it, the guy's normal in the sense that like it is what it says it is, and it's nothing else, and the entirety of the relationship, it's that vibe from him of like, wow, I can't believe we've been doing this for 2 years, like, bro. Every month you pay me $3,000, and I come over here, like let's catch up.
I'm leaning hard into murderer on this one, just because I also think that I don't think he can afford this. I don't know who he is. I just don't think he can afford this. I don't know that he's ever paid. Yeah. I don't know if he's ever paid $3,000 to $4,000 a month. I think he just murders them. And then he puts up a new article and there's just these dusty $100 roses sitting in the back of his car, and he breaks them out for a new picture every now and then.
I'm getting, this roses. Is for sure a murderer.
I will side with you on the murderer vibes. Yeah, I think murderer across the board, I think is fair to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Murderer.
Well, fuck that. Murderer? What's up, everybody?
What's going on, guys?
Wanted to remind you that you can text the podcast anytime you want.
Night or day, whenever the hell you want.
It's fine. It's the number is 470-BAD-JOBS. The actual numbers are 470-223-5627. That's the number.
So yeah, anytime you want. Like I said, middle of the night, whenever. We don't got jobs right now. Whatever's going on with you is going on with us.
I mean, absolutely. Maybe you still have a job and it's like shitty. You can tell us about that. Mm-hmm. Maybe you don't have a job and it was shitty before.
Maybe you're getting one of those weird like temperature forehead checks right now.
For sure.
You want to pull out your phone and just say, you know what, fuck you guys. I'm going to text 470-BAD-JOBS.
470-223-5627 is the number. That is the number. And you can also call us if you want, but I mean, whatever. It's your choice. That's the point here.
Shalia, what's the first job you ever had?
First job, real job was fucking Papa Murphy's.
Oh, nice.
Papa Murphy's.
Yeah.
Is so interesting to me.
It's a it's oddly
why
great model, but it's really weird. If no one's ever been to Papa Murphy's, it's a place that gives you literally a raw pizza. And
it's raw. It's not frozen, right? It's stretch
that dough.
You bake
right
it
there.
at home. Yeah.
Yeah, you pick your toppings but you
do everything but make it.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Every single thing but make it.
And then they have people pretend that they made it when they go home.
Right, exactly. So they can somehow feel accomplished at the end of their day.
Guess what I'm doing, honey?
Making us it's
I think it blows my
price.
fucking mind about the whole. It is okay. Yeah, that's that. I guess that's to me. That's the thing that's so interesting about Papa. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm so excited. That's so interesting about Papa Murphy's is that the people who like Papa Murphy's they fucking love it.
I'm still
they're
about
very
it.
Loyal.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it seems fucking insane that you would buy a pizza somebody else made and you'd be like, you know what I really want? That the moment that I pick this up, I want another 30 minutes on deck before I get to eat this pizza. I drove here to pick this pizza up. It would be one thing to some degree if Papa Murphy's did its own delivery, which maybe it does in some places. But that would make a little bit of sense because it's they deliver the raw pizza to you, and then now we're at what? I mean, how long does it take to bake the pizzas?
It's 30 minutes, right? 20 minutes.
That's so long.
Yeah.
It's like Papa Murphy's was but what if we did a thing that if any other place did it, you'd be so pissed that they did that to you.
Yeah, but I get
it just gave you food that wasn't cooked. We're here you go.
So,
but also funny when people show up there and they would still be like disappointed in it in some way. Like it doesn't feel like you. I don't like. I'm about it, but like also like a $5 pizza. My standards aren't very high.
No,
like it's. But some will seriously be like arguing over like not having like there's a pound of cheese on their things. Like it's you have to like weigh. It's a pound of cheese, and people would like freak out over whatever wild ass combination they put on it.
They chose that combination. You're saying, and then they'll be upset at that.
Yeah, you can make your own.
It's like a Subway. I've literally never
it's the Subway of
Papa
pizza.
Murphy's. Okay,
that is exactly what it is.
In both price, quality.
Yes,
and
they want to believe that they're Chipotle, but they're just Subway.
Oh man, that's a bummer. So when did you start? Like, how old were you?
I think I was 17.
Okay.
Right around the good old Delta College days. Yeah, like right out of high school, like once parents are finally being like, no, you have to make some kind of money. It was very weird. And I think it was just that idea of like, all I could think about is like, where am I going to get the possibility of free clothes or free food was like the only thing needed for me applying for jobs.
For sure. Yeah. You're like, how am I going to do all the cool shit that everybody else says I should be doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Right now. Man, I just love this. Okay. Were there other people from high school that worked there, or like how close is it to your school, or
No, so I had just graduated high school. It was like the summer after.
Right.
Yeah. And what was it? I didn't know anyone there. I mean, the characters there were pretty funny. What was it? We had like our manager who, well, it's like any of those like fast food places where like the manager just like wants to be way more into their job than is at all necessary.
For sure.
And honestly has nothing else that he's doing.
He's got a lot of buttons. You mean like he's wearing like a lot of buttons, or like what he's like?
No, well, just like I don't know. Again, like I just don't see someone really like. Why would you freak out over like food quality at Papa Murphy's
over the raw food we give people? Yeah,
exactly. You know what I mean? And like want to talk about like I don't know like work ethic or
sure.
Like any sort of like you should have any sort of goals if you're there.
Yeah.
So really being like that
it's like really thinking like he's really, I don't know, this manager's like writing themselves into your story a little bit, of like you're learning character when you're here.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is a team. We like, whatever. Like we stand up for each other. Like, you let one down. I was like, who am I letting down?
Yeah.
We're all right here.
Whoa.
I'm letting down Ronnie? He only works 2 days a week. What are you talking about?
Nobody even likes him. What were your responsibilities at Papa Murphy's?
I was mostly the cashier. Because I was like literally, I feel like I was the only person there who like could even somewhat talk to people and count fairly quickly. Mostly cashier and like whatever, like making the like ready like on the spot orders, like and doing it really fast. I was like actually like super fast at prepping the pizzas.
Got it.
Which for some reason that was really fun.
That's the end of the phase of Papa Murphy's. You're prepping. You're saying prepping for like.
Oh yeah, sorry, not like
pre-topping.
the like dough making person.
Got it. You just like sauce and a pound of cheese.
Yes,
or
exactly.
Whatever.
And like, but they were also like you had to like do like the toppings and like particular designs that you could like. I guess like the getting a write up is like too much. But like you could get like pulled aside, like if like the
those bell peppers
and whatever.
Like a zigzag,
right? I was like, for what?
because they want that professional look when it comes out of someone else's oven.
Yeah,
I guess.
They're trying to save families with these pizzas, trying to save marriages, bringing family together for the last portion of this meal.
These pepperonis are stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
Well, I just remember like the owner too, like because it's like one of those franchise situations. Like he was just like, you could just tell like he was so passionate that he was gonna have just a series of Papa Murphy's like all over Stockton. And that like we were holding him back.
This is his first and only Papa Murphy's at that time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And maybe he's grown. Maybe he's grown. I don't know.
Maybe he has. We wish him the very best.
Yes.
And he was just looking for like a cutthroat Papa Murphy's crew, like a real team that we're all going to be as passionate about these crappy pizzas. He was just like, no, you don't get it. You don't get it, Chalia. This is going to be big.
You don't get it. I'm gonna like profit like somewhere between $150,000 and $450,000 per quarter.
Yeah, you're like, stop talking about this like it's Microsoft, right? It's just pizza.
Well, and it like it, and obviously if you like think at a spot like that in Stockton, it's like. I will say, like, I don't think anyone knew why I worked there, and I don't think they understood how much like getting free pizza anytime I wanted was really high on my priorities list. Because like everybody there was like, you know, like about 5 seconds away from just punching someone in the face.
They're angry.
Like trying to have a job and hold it down. And I'm just over there like, oh, look, we have cookie dough now.
Which is like the right vibe. You know, like that's what you should have. And I will say, you know, as an employee, the Papa Murphy's setup makes perfect sense. Like if you get free pizza, you know, you get off your shift, you get to bring a pizza home, and then you bake. Like you get you work at, you know, like Little Caesars or whatever, and you get a hot and now pizza when you get off shift, and you got to drive home. That's 20-minute drive. Like your pizza's getting cool, and your car smells like pizza, and you're not even a delivery driver. Whereas you piping hot pizza when you get home.
But the other thing with the Little Caesars pizza, though, is you always got to check it for razor blades, because I never trust. Like there's always I've never trusted a Little Caesars pizza. They're mostly made of the box they come in. I don't.
Little Caesars is like
it's good. I'll eat a whole one by myself, but then I pray for death afterwards. The question I had about the Papa Murphy's pizza, though, is because you said you could eat free pizza whenever you wanted. Did you guys have the capacity to cook pizzas there if you wanted? And if so, did you get people asking you like, hey, what the fuck, finish the thing I asked for? Like,
or can they order that?
Yeah, you were just like, no, sir.
We had pizza. One oven that like every now and again when this manager Jason was like really feeling it, he would like make us he would just like whatever bake the pizzas, but like it was a specialty thing. It was not something we were gonna offer to people like, oh god, look, there's actually a hot pizza over there, like it's fucking cooked.
That blows my blows my fucking mind. Like what kind of oven are we talking? Like a big industrial oven or like a easy bake oven?
What was it? It was like this weird like because I don't want it to sound at all like there was some like real ass bake room, but like in the like very back of the store, like near the office, was like a fucking little sink, like a microwave, a mini fridge, and just like an oven, like just like don't know why.
Oven.
I think they were like they would make it seem like they had to like try shit.
And Jason lived there.
I'm sure. I do think he literally lived right around the corner.
Yeah.
Just casually like stroll around with his like kind of like really tiny, dumb looking dog, just to kind of check in on you guys, you know?
So the people that work there, the ones who were 5 seconds away from punching someone at all times, were they your age as well, or were they, you know, like sort of like lifers, or what was there?
No, it was a lot of they were like younger in high school. Like they, I didn't make it sound like they were just like these like rough and tough like 40-year-olds. They were like like, you know, Stockton 16, 15. You know,
just like like super angry about getting like hair in their armpits.
Right. Well, and just being like they were like, I might get time. You know, this year, and like, and be really like, it was all like they were actually like fucking sweethearts. We were all ones who were just like really into like, you know, like I'm getting my fucking life on track. Like my life is on track. Like I'm here to like
okay,
do a good, like that kind of vibe.
Don't fuck this up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're like always like really hard on themselves.
Just carving like keeping tally in like the wall for like how many days. How many days since they've assaulted someone?
Right, and they're like, doing real good, man.
Doing
really
real good.
Proud of myself.
Don't touch my tally.
And like, and I think they also like took everything that the like managers and like owners like just really to heart. Like some of them like were managers or whatever ship managers like for a long time after that.
And that's probably what
this was the thing. This was the anchor.
Yeah. That's probably what the manager like instilled in them was just like he talked to them like they were rebuilding the buildings after the Twin Towers were gone or something. And just really got them to like rally.
Like this is the place where you can see who you are right here, right now. Papa Murphy's.
Which I mean,
first day of the rest of your
it's
life.
It's like those U.S. Marines like commercials.
Yeah,
he's just showing soldiers jumping out of a plane into the ocean
with a little pizza.
This is like what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, I do get it though. You know, if you're at a point where you're just like, I'm out of fuck ups. Like, I mean, the pressure is on. Did you have like a favorite pizza flavor combo? I mean, you said there was cookie dough. Is that a pizza or?
Well, they started all these like, I mean, like Subway, also weird ass add-ons. Like you could get brownies there uncooked. You could get cookie dough. It was really the simplest job. Even though, what was it? I do remember getting scheduled for prep being the worst because it is just you sitting there like cutting onions all morning.
Yeah.
And there's no way for it to not be.
No, sorry. No, that'd be a good time. So how did you?
Dire.
Sorry.
How long did you work there?
I started there. Wow, my priorities were really set. I think I started there that summer, and I think I like quit right after Christmas because I wanted to get a bunch of free pizzas for Christmas Eve, and then like the next week I
okay. Outside of, I guess, maybe you two guys, I don't know that I've ever met anyone who's had a Papa Murphy's twice. So, like, what did you have return customers or like?
Oh
we had regulars.
Yeah, you guys had regulars?
Yes.
We had regulars.
That's what I'm saying is that the people who like it fucking love it.
Okay.
Like one of those like every Friday night, you know that like this person is coming and they literally need 10 fucking pizzas.
Well, if we have anybody listening right now that's an avid Papa Murphy's fan, I want you to write in and tell me why. Because I'm not saying you're wrong. I just personally don't get it. Like I don't know why.
But have you tried?
And that number is 470-223-5627, by the way, just in case people want to text it. I've never had a Papa Murphy's beef. Maybe it's not true. Maybe I have had it, but I've never stepped foot inside.
But never more than once, like never twice. It's just like, I believe it. I mean, Papa Murphy was at the Super Bowl one year. Like I know that like there are people who like it. I just don't know them. I just don't.
I feel like
He's definitely the better Papa.
Or maybe was it Papa John or Papa
Like if you're going to pick between Papa John and Murphy? Yeah, no.
Oh, wait, really?
Saying, like, if I was going to pick a person as a Papa, I would pick Papa Murphy over Papa John any day. Papa John's not a good guy.
Is he not? I don't know much about Papa John. I've stayed out of that.
Are you kidding me, dude? Yeah, no, he's a fucking crazy ass rich dude.
Wait, yeah, what is like the guy who's actually in the commercials?
Man,
John?
Right, no. I don't know if, the guy who was once in the commercials, I don't think he is anymore, but like the Papa John, the guy who's.
Well, you're talking about him like he's Jared Fogle. What?
Well, he's like a bad racist dude. Like, I'm pretty sure he said the N-word on a conference call, like with investors, like a public, like it wasn't like a.
And a call about pizza?
Bad.
This was about pizza, and he said the N-word.
And they kicked him out. Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
They were like,
and
no
the board ejected him.
Oh, and you were my first. Oh, wait, no, that's Papa John, not Murphy. Sorry.
Yeah, correct. That's what I'm saying. Papa Murphy, so far, clean slate. This guy, he's an angel.
Okay. Are you good, Chase?
I'm good. I'm so
all right, cool. All right, we're gonna move it along then. Okay, Chalia, that was your first job ever. What would you say is the worst job you've ever had?
Okay, worst job I've ever had.
What a sound.
So,
Oh,
God.
Like a cartoon lawyer, losing heat from the
Oh,
collar.
God. Oh, no,
I
bad
enjoyed
jobs. There'll probably be more. No, the worst job. Equinox. I was working front desk at Equinox in Brooklyn, one of the Brooklyn spots. And I don't think I've ever done anything so mind numbing and so
right.
And needing so so corporate in the sense of like they've thought about like every single being there as a product.
Yes.
Yeah, and also rich, I don't know, wealthy people are weird. Wealthy people in especially doing things that they don't like doing, which is going to the gym but pretending like they do, are just horrors.
Odd.
Yeah. I don't know. So I give like example when.
No. Well, I was gonna say, Chalia, the Equinox front desk strikes me as a place where, like, you know, I hear you say mind numbing. Like maybe you don't have a lot to do at a lot of times, or maybe you do. It just seems to me like a place where they would really, really want you to act like you gave a fuck all the time.
All the time, and it being like this
all the time.
Yeah, I don't feel like we didn't like, it wasn't those places like Macy's where like you have like a script that you have to do, but it is like, I don't like, I it was so weird. I didn't realize you could feel like, because you know, like you walk in and like everyone has a t-shirt and literally like your shirt is just your job.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like I think like everyone, I think it just like says like front desk in a black t-shirt and you have to wear everything. So all anyone's reading is that. And it's just like people like not looking at you, like throwing their like card up in your face, asking like, it's just the weird thing for someone to like look at you like mad about like Kiehl's products being out of stock. Like, where's my face mask? I can't possibly get on the treadmill without it.
People wore face masks on treadmills?
Yeah, I realized that was backwards. the face
weird.
mask asker.
You're going to sweat that out, aren't you?
The whole thing, Equinox, like if I'm not mistaken, I'm not totally sure. They look like submarines, right? In terms of the inside, it just feels very like,
wait, what?
Like it just, I feel
Have
like
you been
every
inside
time,
a submarine, dude?
Yeah.
like, it just feels like everyone's in this, like you said, a very strict uniform, and they're just doing their jobs, and it just, the whole thing feels, I don't want to say like maybe not submarine, but in space. I don't know.
I was gonna say like space station in a movie, not an actual space station or an actual submarine.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
like,
like,
everything is like creepily like sleek.
Yeah, or it feels like if like a gym took place inside of a waterbed. I just feel like everything about that place feels like
or an
it's
aquarium.
It's both still and constantly moving. Like the way you can't really tell depth of space.
Yeah, it does feel like, and I think all the folks who go there like act like they've like stepped into like some weird alternate universe. Like they really buy the like cult like Kool-Aid that they're passing out of, like, you know, like this isn't like a gym, this is a lifestyle.
Right. Well, they might as well. They're paying for it, so they might as well buy in.
Right, and it's like a grand a month for like some of the like memberships.
Kidding me?
Yeah, like the ones who like are actually like showing up to like, I don't know, like meet a, like if they're going to a personal trainer, like they're paying at least $1,000. Like usually the trainer alone could be like just $1,000 for the month, and then like it's whatever the like $300 for like their regular membership.
You said that it's, you know, dealing with wealthy people, just a tough gig all around. But you said that some of them don't want to be there. Like, I guess I always thought, and maybe this is just the branding of Equinox, that like for the most part, the people who went to Equinoxes were already healthy and didn't really need it. You know what I mean? Like they were just like, there was like, oh, I'm just rich and I am super good at working out already. Don't want to be around the losers at Planet Fitness or whatever. But again, I get that might just be a brand perception.
Yeah, I mean, like I think everyone thinks that they're that person when they come in.
Okay.
But it's like, I mean, like there would be folks who like, they would just come in and you could tell they only came into like, I don't know, like sit in a steam room and like blow dry their hair. And then like, they did something that day. Or like the people who were freaking out over like a cycling class. That crew was always the worst.
The cycling class crew.
Yeah, and I've only taken one cycling class because I wanted to like know what was up, like why everyone was like so furious if like they couldn't get in the class. And it is like what is it? It's like a weird like therapy boot camp that they all go through, and like that you could tell they don't think they can like get through their day unless you know Sean yells at them while like Katy Perry is blasting. Like that's the only way you're gonna get through.
You're pulling that right out of my head. I've had like a long I used to work at a coffee shop that was next to a cycling place, and I always just felt that like it just seems to me like their mentality at those types of classes. I'm sure there are like some people who just are there for the right reasons to get the right things out of it, but I bet you that's like 4 people, because it's like the rest of them are like they work you to the point of exhaustion and then convince you that that's the only way to work out. And then like it's like if you're not so fucking obliterated by the end of your workout that you might have to call in sick to work, then you didn't get it right. And so and then they're like wow, and they get you on a month of that, and then you're completely brainwashed, and they're like, oh, by the way, do 6 extra classes this week and you get a free t-shirt. And it's just like it's a cult.
Well, and they think that they're like I don't think they think they can emotionally handle things without it. Because I think that's the thing that like gets people, where they'll be like, because you're on like the cycling thing, and then like it's someone who's like, today's the day. We're like, go up this hill. It's like, so are you going to give up again? Are you going to give up on yourself? Huh? What are you doing today? Today you make a choice. Who are you going to be? And like they just, and you do like, you see these like folks like come out of these classes, and like some of them like are like, all like luminous and elated because someone just made them think that they like, I don't know, got over their like childhood trauma just by like spinning a wheel.
Someone made them feel like
still there.
Say someone made them feel like they could handle getting called a pussy in a Hollister. Like that's
they're like, I really fucking like this shirt. It's okay.
So what if I'm still wearing stonewashed jeans?
And there's a guy who would always go in and just like really bright purple, like leotard like situations, like whatever those like unitards people have there. But I also remember that there was this woman who I did like her the best because she was very fit and like wealthy enough, because some of the folks who were there, like you did get to hear a little bit about like what's their job and what do they do. But she would literally like jog into the Equinox, like flash her little card, and she would just yell, I hate this, and just continue running up the stairs. And then when she would come back down, she would just be like, fuck it, and then she would like be out the door.
Oh wow.
She like never stopped running.
That's like a woman who understands the Matrix but still enjoys it a little bit.
She's like, I have to do this. I think I had to like work there around like some holiday, and I think she did stop, and she like did explain that she was just like, it's the only way where I can still feel like because like her only way to motivate herself to go work out was if she still got to say how much she fucking hated it. And I'm like, but why?
I kind of respect that. Like to
but why do you gotta do that around me?
Yeah, I was just but I don't really give you anything.
Why don't you do it into a pillow or something?
Yeah. Or it's like, you got friends, you want to tell them that this sucks?
I guess to me that's the difference. I mean, that's the like, again, that's the wealth factor of just like, you really think that like, that the things you do don't affect people, or that they shouldn't affect people, whether they do or don't. It's like, well, you shouldn't. I just get to say that. It's like, well, I don't know. You're kind of making me having a weird day.
And you would work these like the if you had like a whatever full shifts would be like 6 hours or something, and you just like could never sit down. I just remember that being like the worst, like that, and like I preferred working at like a slammed New York restaurant for 8 hours or whatever versus doing that.
Yeah, well, because at the Slam New York restaurant, it's clear what you're supposed to be doing at all times, and sometimes it's clear that you have too many of those things to do. But at least you know what the objective of all those things is. I mean, like again, I guess your responsibilities were. I worked front desk at a YMCA for a month. Did you have memberships to sell?
No.
Or was
well, that was
really
also the thing we
like
couldn't sell. And there would be the the like membership people who would like kind of just like stock in the lobby. Wow. Trying to get their like commissions.
There's other people for that. Got it.
Yeah.
So you're literally just like key card and merch.
No, not even merch. The merch was just like a whole different store. Yeah, that was it. It was just hey, how you doing?
Here.
Hi, welcome. It was mind numbing. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare.
Question: how did you get into the job? What brought you there?
Yeah, no, I mean, I was like about that idea. Like, I really wanted I'm all about like getting something for free. Like, I wanted a free gym membership.
Respect.
And a free gym membership to like the best gym. No,
exactly.
I mean, I totally get it.
And like, I was living in New York, so like the idea of like being able to like have like a shower and a bathroom that I could go into anytime I wanted, just because I had a little fucking card. Was perfect.
Great.
And like I remember like I don't know, I had just finished filming something, and it was like I did need to like start making like some money again. But it was like how I like had this idea that like I wanted to have like luxury things in New York, and how to do that if I didn't have a ton of money. And I thought that was the way.
Of course.
But it didn't even work out because they pay people so little there. Like it's like criminally low what people make there. Like I think I still had to have like 2 other jobs, so I was never at the gym. I couldn't even do any of the cool shit, but I took a lot of cues.
That's the catch. You're like, well, I can come to the gym whenever I want. It's like, well, yeah, but do you have the time to do that? Like, no, definitely not.
No.
I mean, maybe when you're finishing a shift, you could pop into the showers or something.
Right.
But otherwise, no, you don't. Yeah, it's just a bummer, because like I'm still stuck on that trade-off, because that's the thing you think. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I tried the trade-off game so many times, you think.
And it doesn't work ever.
It never, ever works, because the thing you still don't have is money or time. You actually don't have either.
Yeah.
And that's the real problem.
And like, they still got something out of you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, I get a discount on this or whatever. It's like, I still don't have the money to even go for that discount.
Yeah.
On that thing. And people sell you so fucking hard on like, well, you get to be around all these premium things. It's like, but none of them get to be mine.
Right.
Not one of them.
Yeah. Cause they even they're like, you got like, I don't know, like 25% off at like their merch store. And then you just have people like trying to sell you all week on like, you need this like $100 Lululemon yoga things. You can go to the yoga class that you can never make it to.
Right.
Yeah. Really got sucked in.
And again, 25% off that, it's $75,
Yeah.
Like if I don't have $100, I also don't have $75.
Right, exactly.
If I don't have $100, I might have 25.
Right.
Well, if you just save over your next 17 shifts, you'll almost have enough.
Oh my God.
So how long were you there?
I think like maybe 3 months.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
It's like 3 months is how long you can kind of sell yourself on like, this isn't going to work, but I'm going to keep trying.
Right. I was like, I'll still, okay. And I kept like thinking, and what was it? There was something. Cause like the whole scam was too, for like people who like worked there at that time and like the few years before, is like, there wasn't a minimum of the amount of hours you needed to make. So the whole point was that you would work there and then like try to be someone who was just picking up like substitution shifts, but you would still have the membership.
Right.
Go beyond whatever. And then they got rid of that. So you like had to work at least like 30 hours a week.
Oh, that happened around the time that you were like,
and then I quit.
I'm good.
Yeah.
No, I mean like super like for them, like, no shit, dude. Like you should for sure be doing that. Well, I guess, yeah. Chalia, we always end the podcast with 3 questions. The first question is, when we're pretty much rounding around on it, is when were you done and how did you quit for this worst job? Did you know you had to leave prior to them drawing this line in the sand of shifts? Or were you actually like kind of on the fence, and then once they drew the line, you were like, nah, fuck this isn't worth it? Or were you already kind of on the outs?
I was definitely on the outs already, like figuring out like, okay, what am I going to do to like at least make this like extra few $100s happen like somewhere else?
Yeah, because you're not making money.
Right, exactly. And then no, there was like something. Oh, I know what it was. Like, yes, it was a thing about like their hours, the policy changing. But no, like my family came to visit me from California to hang out in Brooklyn. And I was like with like my 2 like younger like teenage nieces, and I'm taking them around town, and we like walking near there, and like both my nieces like had to use the restroom. I was like, oh, like here's like place where I work, like let's go in, we'll just like hop up to the locker rooms real quick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I walked in there, and like literally my manager stopped me and said like, sorry, like it's really weird that to like have your family come in, and like like we really need memberships, we really need to like curb this going on. I'm like, you're not gonna like let 2 little girls
take a piss?
Yeah.
Wait. Your manager thought that 2 people coming in to use the restroom was gonna hurt memberships?
Yeah, like the exclusivity part of it. Yeah.
Right.
Which like we constantly had to do. We like, it was always a thing that like if like the managers weren't there, like, you know, we would help that like mom who's running around with their like toddler and like let them through. But like if they were there, like no one, like you couldn't. I remember that I think they like even denied like a fucking like postal worker or something. Who,
yeah. Like I'm
God,
you know, from the head, and I just need to rinse it off before I call for the doctor.
It's like, the bleeding from the head section is for members only. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, I hope you feel better though. Yeah, and I remember that, and I feel I know I did something. Well, we definitely like went ahead and went through, and I think I like said something like, well, you can fire me or like whatever, which didn't, but I think I put in my like 2 weeks notice, but I did like fuck with their shit. Like I think I just like mixed numbers around on like computers and like changed like different people's like memberships onto like different cards and stuff like that. You know, like I tried to like feel where I could be, and just
the most intangible of things.
Right, exactly. Just like, I'm just gonna really make this so disorganized.
Just get rid of these towels all over the place now. It's chaos. The chaos theory.
Just like literally like bringing in like bottles and just like taking Kiehl's products out of the like bathrooms.
What if I just poured out all your cucumber water, huh?
But I do remember like if being like really sad with all the folks who worked the front desk, like feeling like I had to have like really like sweet little like heart talks with like my shift manager and being like, thanks, Nick, I like really adore you, this is not about you, because he like
I'm sorry I'm leaving you in hell.
Yeah. I really and that was also the thing too, he was leaving and like no, his name's Nick, like he's doing great. He like fucking moved to Japan. Like he was awesome.
Wow, he really hated Equinox.
Yeah, he was done.
He moved as far away from. I bet you this fucking Equinox in like Tokyo.
Oh, I'm sure.
But either way, he's in hiding. So good for Nick.
Yeah.
Question number 2 is, what's one good thing you took from that very bad job?
Yeah, I guess it would just be. I'm always blown away like when I see like supposedly like luxury things or like wealthy people, and just really see like there's nothing that much better over there. Yeah. So just like really like see this thing that is supposedly like a little like a badge of status like is like especially New York, and just be like it's you're paying $1,000 for a hotel gym.
Yeah, exactly. there's a very thin pastiche sort of veneer of niceness that it really is. And the truth is, I don't really know, I don't really know what's actually nice, but yeah, I feel like you go into like a fancy hotel or something and you're in the bathroom and you're just like I get it, like there's nicer looking things in here, but when you look at it, it still doesn't look like, what's the word? It doesn't look rich, and I mean that in the sense of like the taste of a cake rich, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't have it doesn't have a density to it. It's just sort of like, well,
yeah, it's all fluff. Like it's like like no, like just like really saying like, oh, no one here is having a better time. Like actually, like like honestly, like the folks working out at like Planet Fitness or whatever are having a better time working out than like any of these people here.
Yeah. Gold's Gym is fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And just like, like especially in New York, just like taking away these like things of being like, oh yeah, to like have a cool life, you need to have like all these like bells and whistles. So thanks Equinox for showing me that y'all ain't shit.
And people like you.
Yeah, I definitely believe that like fitness and gyms, like the idea of like of being in shape is one of the most easily manipulated things on a mass level, right? Like you can just very much sell anyone on an idea by getting 3 hot people to tell you it works. You know? So
it is 3 though. It has to be. It can't be 2.
Like 3. Yeah. And so then people build this entire like ideology around it, like running on their treadmill that takes place in space is somehow like your muscles are better than they'd be for just running outside at the park, whatever, you know?
Yeah. Well, also that, it's like that, cause like that was the thing they kept saying, like, or like selling an experience. It's like, what? Yeah.
What experience
like,
are we selling?
What are we like that is better than walking outside or like any of that? Like, no, come into this closed room. And really start living.
Come into this closed room and really start living. The Equinox story.
Ta-da!
I mean, the experience is feeling better than other people. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah. Wait, and I think that like they had like posters, like they had these like really trippy posters of like there would be like this model with like covered in bees, and like talking about like the like like the sting of life doesn't like sting as much here or like something ridiculous or like people like being like waited on hand and foot like that by like literally just having a membership there you are now
like you are safe from bees.
Yeah.
Hey,
we'll save you from bees, we'll save you from bullies, the whole thing.
Yeah.
No bees, no bullies. That's the way we do it.
No random seagull comes and gets your sandwich. Never gonna happen here.
I mean, and there is. I mean, there for sure is.
I am worried about that a little bit.
I was like, that just really like was so specific to just pop
Seagulls are very aggressive, and they're very watchful, unblinking eyes. I mean, there is for sure, like, there is a line, of like niceness that you can cross, right? Like where it's like, no, this is for sure nicer than working out in a parking lot,
Yeah.
But it's not. The line is a lot closer than you think. I think.
Yeah,
I agree.
All right. Well, question number 3 is not related to that bad job. The pandemic's been ongoing. We've talked about it briefly. People's dreams have been put asunder in some cases. In some cases, limping along. How's that been going for you? Any thoughts? It's an open-ended question.
Yeah. Pandemic. I mean, I've been, thankfully and like really gratefully, had like a little bit of like a turnaround like during quarantine to really enjoy how my life was put on pause or really kind of radically redirected. Like me coming to LA was a relocating that I'd wanted to do for a little bit, but like being in like that New York hustle, I was like, no, this is where I am, and this is where.
Not unlike the Equinox lesson of this is the place to be. New York has its own mythos.
Exactly. Like this kind of like again, like a badge of honor by being in a place that felt fairly tough, at least.
No, it's tough.
Just like living was I love that city and I love things, but it's like you fight for everything you have there.
Correct.
And also just I've really I'll just get all heart filled with it, but I've really enjoyed like watching like my own community and other folks and peers like really come together and support each other in ways that feel really genuine and really getting over this idea that anyone's out here doing things on their own. That I've really enjoyed. I mean, like obviously like career wise, like in terms of just like having so many like sets shut down, or I had a project that I was supposed to be doing this fall, and just like all that getting rerouted indefinitely has put so much into like a nice perspective of like really what is making me happy every day. So getting more in touch with that, and like watching the things that have kind of always been just really detrimental to folks actually caring about each other, and seeing that so like so brightly highlighted right now. So quarantine wise, that's where I'm
a bit of clarity there.
For myself, and and like a refocusing of like priorities towards things that are a little less honestly, like really in a great way. I'm so glad to like just drop out of like a hustle mentality. Which I've appreciated.
We've had a few guests now, including mutual friend Jacob Inman had a similar answer in the way of I think a lot of people during this, and of course it's not to like shit on the people who are really going through it and are really like all fucked up over this, like of course, but there's like I think there's a large portion of people who didn't realize how deep into the machine they had been.
Their own machine.
They didn't realize like how much their fingers had been whittled down over the work, and then to like come back out and to breathe again, and then to be like, where the fuck have I been? I like doing this, or this makes me happy, or like I wanted to do this before I forgot for 3.5 years to do it, kind of, so it's
or I've been doing it, but it hasn't been going the way I wanted it to, and I'm changing my relationship to that, whatever that is. Like, I think it's a combo, because it's like some people, as far as the machine goes, it's so easy to be like, to think, well, I'm doing it, and that's the right thing to do, and it's like, well, is it? I don't know. I mean, it's just a question that people have to answer for themselves.
That was the like in terms of clarity, like there being I don't know, it feels like there's like these moments in life where the moment to like stop and like reevaluate where you are is really clear, like whether it's like finishing high school or college, or even just like certain key like ages, and then realizing that like at a certain point that wasn't going to happen anymore unless like I actually like stop myself. Realizing that it had been a while, it had been years since I really like stopped and be like, hey, we've been grinding and moving, and there's been some cool shit, but like cool shit based on like whose definition of it, and what was it like, which I don't know, already says, but like, Nick and I are both from Stockton, like both went to the same school, and we were just both saying like a couple weeks ago how I'm like, like I want to go back to like my hometown and like do something there, like figure out how to like being someone who's like, gone away and like figured out like, career, but also just been able to see a little bit more like how
to do stuff.
And like how to give that as a like an access point for somebody else.
For sure.
That like things like that like I really feel, and obviously with the folks who've gone through like illness during this time or like lost somebody or folks are, I'm thankful that I've got a home that I'm secure in, and like things like that. But that with that it feels so so necessary right now for like any of us who are able to like be in that place during a time like this. And it's like, oh well, like how am I going to be a bit of a resource for someone else? And it doesn't have to be something like I think I would always think that it has to be some like huge grand gesture, but like what I've seen from friends and stuff, it's just these very small things that if we like do it consistently with each other, we can like pull through more moments than we think.
For sure. Well, dang. Well, Chalia, where can people find you on the internet if you like to be found?
Oh yeah. I'm on Instagram with Chalia La Tour. I believe that's the only thing online right now. Check out the IMDb, check out all that stuff.
We'll put links to all that in the show notes.
Yeah. That's me on the internet.
I'm there.
Well, thank you so much, Chalia, for being a part of this. This has been great.
Of course. Thank you both.
And fuck this place.
Fuck this place.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
If you had a great time listening to the episode, you know what to do. Leave a review. Oh man, just tell us what you think of the podcast. Or you can text us. That's 470-223-5627. That's 470-223-5627. Either way, we want to hear from you. Okay, that's it. Bye for now. Fuck this place.